It's quite amazing that with Base44, which was recently acquired by Wix for a cool $80 million, it's amazing that Base44 can create web applications for you, and it can also instantly deploy your web applications. You just have to click the button publish. But of course, we have to move on to the next level. Having a software engineer AI to do all the coding for you, and I guarantee you, friends, that you don't need to know anything about Python, JavaScript. You just tell Base44 what to do, what to create in terms of software. It will do the job, and you can always discuss with it. You can refine it. Anyways, the next level is how do you market your applications, because they have a free plan and also paid plans at $20, $50, etc. And you can start with $20, and if you go overboard, then they're gonna bump you up to the next level, $50 or $100. But it's really cheap because you can create so many web applications. The next level is, you have dozens of web apps. How do you market these web apps? The first idea that comes to my mind is the freemium model, and this is where you offer a lot of apps for free, but they have limited functionality. And so within the app, you can advertise the premium apps where it's more functional, it's more complex, it's more sophisticated, but you can offer the first layer of free web applications for free. So for example, if I have 20 digital marketing web applications, for example, email marketing, online marketing, research, etc., each of these applications, let's say I would charge users, let's say $50 for unlimited access, right? They can use the web app anytime, they can share it with their friends, their clients, whatever. So I'm going to charge $50 per app, but for each of those apps, I'm going to offer a free version that contains maybe 40% or 50% of the functionalities of the paid applications. And so they try it out, and if they like the free 50%, then obviously they will upgrade and they will get the paid app for only $50, and they have access for life. So this is great. So can you see how easy it is, number one, to create those web applications, and number two, to market them? You don't have to do any selling. You just send the URLs for your free applications to people who might be interested, and they try it out, they like it, they upgrade. They don't like it, no problem. That is so amazing. Now, of course, there are other ways to market your web applications that are a little bit more aggressive. Like, for example, you can just offer a flat fee, let's say, for a bundle of applications. So instead of charging $50 per application, I could charge, let's say, $97 for my 20 applications. And they have to buy the whole bundle right away. And after they buy, they get a list of the 20 secret URLs. So they have access to my 20 apps for only $97. So they save a lot of money. And you can even be more aggressive. You can say, you know what, 2 for 1. So they pay $100 for 20 web applications, and they and their best friend or wife or husband will have access. So that's a 2 for 1. And the reason why you can do that kind of crazy special promotion is that it doesn't matter how many people are using your app. It's like you're giving them nothing because they're running it on the Base44 server, right? And they use their computers and their smartphones. And it doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to ship anything. You don't have to package anything. You don't have to print anything. It's just code on the internet. And so you can see now how Base44 can enable anyone, like even a 15-year-old teenager, to create web applications and to start monetizing those applications. So let's take the very worst case scenario where, let's say you're creating only one app, okay? Let's say you're allowed to create only one app, and you can only charge $20 for that app. You're not allowed to charge more than $20. Even in that very restricted scenario, you have one app, $20. You can just offer that app to thousands of people. So you multiply $20 by 1,000, you have $20,000, and this is passive income. You don't have to do anything. The only thing you do is you send to people the URL of the app, and they go to the web app domain, and they try out your application, and they get the benefit. They can get a report generated, a business plan, an email marketing plan, a survey for marketing research, a procedure. Like, they can get tons and tons of business documents from your web application, and you're making $20 every time. And you can be sleeping, you can be on vacation, playing tennis, cooking, you would be making money. This is your app. The app URL is going to be very complicated and hard to remember. So what you can do is you go to a domain name register like GoDaddy, and for a couple of dollars per year, you have your own domain name. So for example, if I'm marketing my automatic business planner, I would reserve the domain name automaticbusinessplanner.com. And when people go to that domain name, actually it's a little bit long, but anyways, automaticbusinessplanner.com. When people go there, it redirects them to the web application on Base4. So that's going to cost me what, $5 or $10 per year? But can you see that you can create a software company and charge users or charge subscribers? And by the way, that's another way to price your software creations. Instead of charging per application, you can tell people, look, I'm going to keep developing a lot of apps for digital marketing or for any topic where you're an expert, and you charge your subscribers, let's say $10 per month, and they will have access to all the apps that you develop. Now, the advantage of this subscription model is that, yes, people pay only $10 per month, but it drives you to keep developing new apps, right? So because you don't want your subscribers to cancel their subscription, you want them to keep sending you $10 or $20 per month. So that drives you to develop new apps. And also, because they're paying a subscription, they're going to give you a lot of feedback about your apps. They might say, oh, the design is not that good, and can you improve the content and do this and do that? And of course, you listen to them because they're paying you every month. And you have a whole month. You have like 30 days to develop new apps and test them and upload them. So that's a very easy way to make money. You're not working 40 hours a week. You're not working hard to enrich demand. That's what I hate about corporate America or corporate Canada. That's why I quit in June 2000. I thought to myself, you know what, I'm not a loser. I don't want to work hard 40 hours a week and 40 years of my life, to enrich shareholders. And so I just quit. And I've been having fun in the last 25 years. Actually, at the beginning, it was financially challenging, but still fun. But today, people can set up their online business. Like I said, you create web apps and you sell them online, and you can keep your daytime job. Except that you're going to be much more confident in your daytime job because, who cares? The boss fires you, no problem. You can set up your software company with Base44. So far, I just wanted to tell you that I've tried Claude and Gemini, Streamlit, I've tried DeepSeek, and although they're good, they're very good, they're not as good as Base44. Base44 is testing the software for you. Like at one point I saw that it was testing and it tried to fix it, and it's publishing your web application, whereas before I had to upload on GitHub, I had to create a web app on Streamlit, and Streamlit has a lot of restrictions, and so it's okay for me because I'm a bit technical. I'm not a programmer, but I can debug and I can play with PyCharm and other IDEs. But if you're really non-technical and you don't want to touch code, you don't want to edit code, then Base44 is perfect for you. You just have to have a very clear idea of the software program or the web application that you want to create. And by the way, web application is a software program, except that it's running on the web, so it's very convenient for people. So I created this 10-minute video because I wanted to share my experience with you today. Base44 is a significant milestone in my journey. Streamlit was a milestone. Coding with ChatGPT was a milestone, but Base44 is the latest milestone, and it makes me feel so amazing. The future is so bright, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. All right, thanks for being there. I'll talk to you more in the next video. So I tried out Base44 just now, and it's just amazing that I can create a web application within minutes. In this case,